Evening YTPC, Trio in Oxford. How are you all? Me? Same as usual. What am I smoking? I'm smoking a pipe. God almighty. Oh, I am smoking McClelland's Christmas Cheer 2017. Not much left in this bowl. This is a Aeonian with a nice silver band on it. Big billiard. And this little video is going to be a VR to Chad Yarborough. But the most expensive thing I ever broke. Well, it's quite a few years ago. I used to be a scaffolder. Putting up I was on a job one day. Well, I've been there for a few weeks. And right at the top of the building, we was boarding out, and they had to put soffit boards in, which are the soffit boards are the bit that where it sticks out from the building. They face the soffit is what faces downwards, and to get those to do all that, they needed the tubes, the scaffold tubes, cut down so they didn't stick up through where they needed to put the soffits in. And I was given a job of that. I thought, I started up the old steel saw and started cutting. And I thought, oh, all the sparks are going off the edge of the scaffold, and people walking below. I thought, no, I'll cut it the other way. And I've been doing that for about an hour. And the site agent came over and he said, will you stop that? I was like, okay, yeah. And he said, well, because you've angled the steel saw towards the building, it's showering hot metal sparks onto the windows. And it had pitted loads of them. Apparently it was I was told later it was over £10,000 worth of windows that were messed up by it. So for some reason they asked me to leave the site and not to come back. mind you, I think half the windows in the building have been done like that, because I wasn't the only one cutting tubes and stuff. I did have a look round before we went, and there was loads of them, so it weren't just me, but you know, that charted up over 10 grand, so they weren't too happy with me. That weren't one of my favourite building sites anyway. I was on my way there one day on my, I don't know, Kawasaki Z1300, which is the 6-cylinder, you know, 6-cylinder motorbike. The engine went across the bike, so there was 6 in a row going across, and I knocked the big ends out of that on the way there one day. Made a horrible sound. And I also, a couple of months before that, had jumped down off the scaffold. I mean, it was only a couple of, you know, like 5 foot or whatever, onto the sort of like the floor while I was building it, and landed on a fitting and turned my ankle over, which was very painful. We was supposed to be going off for tea break, and trouble is, it was on the first or second floor. Yeah, second floor, and there were no staircases at the time, just ladders. One of the blokes with me said, "Oh, I know, we're going to get the fire brigade to get you down." I thought, "Oh, no way." I started sort of like shuffling towards the scaffold at the side, so I was going to climb down, but they ended up getting me over to the loading bay and lifting me down with a forklift. And my ankle had come right up and was totally black by by the time I got up to the hospital. So that was a few weeks, tore all the tendons in my ankle, so that was a few weeks before I was back at work. But yeah, 10 grand worth of windows. That was just the ones I see, you know, caught me doing. You know, that didn't even think that sort of like cutting tubes had, you know, the sparks off that would melt glass, but you know, that was a long time ago. When was it? End of the 80s, early 90s. Yeah, roughly. Not too sure, but it was that long ago. A lot of bridge under the waters now. Anyway, hope that's expensive enough for you, Chad. I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff all broke. Went to the car boot the weekend. Not really a lot there. I didn't get any pipes. Well, I got one sort of souvenir type Bavarian thing. That was only £3. Picked up a couple of other little bits. Old empty tobacco tin, This bloody camera don't like me. There you go. Players, whiskey, ready rubbed. And I've never actually tried this, but you know, tin's like new, so that will go in my collection. And I found a Rima. And this is actually the Dunhill one. It's got a bit rusty on that at the top, but the quality of it is fantastic. You know, this is number 2, I think. Yeah, that's a number 2 Rima. I'd love to find more of those in different sizes, but doubt if I'll be as lucky as you know, finding that. And the other thing I found was a little pipe cabinet. Yeah, like I needed another one, but sort of the missus isn't in, so she retired to bed to see if she could get rid of the pain she was in. Oh, before I show you this little one of the blokes I buy pipes off, he gave me this. This is actually French army issued tobacco in a little cube, and it says where is it? 1976. So I don't know if it's cigarette tobacco or pipe tobacco. I'm afraid I don't really. That's the name of it. Scarfetti. Scarlatti Corporal. I don't know whether it's pipe tobacco, cigarette tobacco, or what. But anyway, I'll show you this little cabinet I found. There you go. And this is a smoker's cabinet. It's not a, you know, it's got a strange person in the window. It's got like a pipe rack, drawer for cigarettes, and a drawer for cigars, which had a load of cigars in it. Now, a lot of them were just a little old King Edwards. There was a couple of what are these? Filipino Flora del Isabella. And there was like 3 of these things. There we go. Romeo, Juliet. Number 1. There's 2 of those. And a number 3. So that was a bonus. Oh, and a couple of little tiny ones that don't appear to have much written on. Winter. Winter something, winter mats or something. There we go. So all in all, a lovely little cabinet. It's got room for all your bits and bobs, and I presume you've got to have especially tiny pipes to go in it. So we've got lock on the side and that. Not that I needed another cabinet, but I think the cigars are worth far more than what I pay for them. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there because it's getting what's that, 16 minutes. So hope you like that story, Chad, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.